We all have soul connections, individuals who we bond with beyond physical attraction or even mental intrigue. These are the people that we have a deep alignment with on a soul level, and we just resonate closer with them. So today we're going to talk about ways that we can either attract in those soul connections or enhance the ones that we already have. So to anybody who's never been here before, hi, I'm Elizabeth Blackwell from Blissful Home and Body, and I've spent well over the last decade of my life so I can help others set sacred space and get to their highest and greatest selves. So let's get into these tips and tricks in order to either, again, attract in or enhance the soul connections that we already share with others. So before I get into these methods to attract in or enhance your soul connections, I do want to point out these can fall into any area of your life. This can be friends. If you're really lucky, it can be family. Of course, partners or romantic relationships. But don't fall into the trap of believing that soulmates or soul contracts or soul connections simply come in the form of lovers or romantic partners, that they fall into all aspects of our lives. And actually, as you start to go on a spiritual journey and raise your vibration, you will also naturally notice that you will attract in more soul connections, or what I like to call your soul family, those individuals that you just resonate closer with. So I like lists, and YouTube tells me you guys like lists. So today we're going to do 8 things that will increase your calling to you soul connections or enhance the current sacred connections that you are already experiencing. This first thing that I'm going to recommend is not only important within sacred connection, but is very important along your spiritual journey overall, which is figure out and cultivate whatever your sincere and authentic self is. You need to know who you really are and what is truly important to you. And then as you get to know who you are deep within your soul, you want to be outward with that and connect with people authentically. Let them know who you are. Let them know what is important to you, what your barriers are, what you're working on, all of those sorts of things. That this is probably the most important thing, whether you're trying to connect with somebody on a soul level or even just as a basic friend. Don't try to put a face forward. Don't try to be what you think it is that they want you to be, but be your true and authentic self always. And then as I got to number 2, this is just as important, which is practice self-love. You cannot connect with anybody or draw in any authentic connection if you don't love yourself completely. Know who you are, like who you are, and then learn to love who you are. If there's things that you want to work on about yourself, understand those as part of your journey and know that you're working on them and embrace them. But don't try to hide them and don't look down on those things, but look at them as those quirky individual parts of yourself that you are working on along your journey. But practice safe self-love daily in whatever way that means to you. And this then leads me to number 3, which is embrace your vulnerabilities. Understand what your weaknesses, your fears, and your emotions truly are. But when you are willing to embrace your vulnerabilities and be open with those with another person, then that is what symbolizes to them that you are a safe place for them to be open and vulnerable with you. And this is where your deepest connections will truly come in, and you will get to connect on that truly soul level. And then number 4 is lean into your intuition. Your intuition is what will lead you towards those individuals that you can have a true soul connection with. If something doesn't feel right, it's not. But also, if things seem to just flow and it just feels right when you are communicating with another person, then that's your intuition telling you that they have something, a knowledge or an understanding that they can share with you to help you along your soul's journey. And when it comes to teaching how to lean into your intuition, this kind of gets a little tricky because it's that gut feeling. So the one thing that I will say about this is that you will just know if there is an individual who you are connecting with on a soul level. But if it doesn't feel right, never try to force it. Number 5 is live in alignment with your values, whatever those are. When your everyday actions are practiced in a way that aligns with what your highest values are, then 1, you will naturally call in other individuals who those same values align with. But also, when you're living a life of things like sincerity and authenticity, that those values will help to enhance the soul connections that you already have, because it will align with the individuals that you're already connecting with. Number 6 is one of those things that, again, I always recommend on any soul's journey, which is be clear with your intentions. If you're watching this video right now, then either enhancing or bringing in more sacred connections is what's important to you, or one of the important things to you. So 1, you want to put it out to the universe that that is what you are calling in, and be clear about what sort of connections you're looking for, whether that's deeper friendships, becoming closer to family members, or calling in romantic or partnership sort of situations. Put those intentions out and know what you want. Which this then leads me to number 7, which is maintain an openness. Not just an openness for connection, but be open to new experiences, perspectives, people. Understand that especially sacred connections can a lot of times come from the most unexpected places. So you want to be open to the journey overall. And then the individuals who start to step towards you, be open to them so that you can experience who they really are, to see if they really are a soul connection for you. And then number 8 rounds this all together, which is let go of expectations. Don't have any preconceived notions of how your soul connections should manifest. You have to truly believe that the universe will bring you the right people in the right way at the right time. I always just try to break these things down in as simple ways as possible so you guys can kind of have key things to focus on. But if I were to summarize all of this, what I would say is, when you are in the correct state of loving yourself and you are open to true and authentic connection, that the universe will always drop the right people into you, and that you have to have faith in that journey. So I hope that that is just a simple way to wrap all of this together. I deeply hope that this video has served you in some way. If it has, please hit that like button. It really does help out small channels like this. And if you feel like you resonate here or resonate with any of the messages I'm putting out, consider subscribing, because this is all about building a community of individuals to where we can all get to that highest and greatest self. So with that, I will say I am sending you all so much light and love, and I hope you all stay well, my friends.